Bonjour, you're watching Women's Wrestling Weekly, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. My name is TK Trinidad, aka the Canadian Assassin, and I am not alone. With me, my amazing co-host. She is hailing from the valley, the farmer's daughter. Please welcome Emily May.
Hi.
Hi. I know it's like back live in the studio. It's been a minute.
I know we're back together again.
I know, it's been a minute. It's been some trying times. However, show must go on. We have Star of the Week, but we have an amazing guest. I mean, can I say amazing again? Amazing. Two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, the girl that glows, WWE Superstar Naomi, aka Trinity. I call her Trinity, but you know, either way, please welcome Naomi. Thank you for coming on. So we do a backstory. Like, I had the privilege of interviewing Naomi like 2 or 3 years ago. Anyways, a long time ago, and we stayed in contact. We talk about hair all the time, and I'm gonna try to get Naomi in the studio when she comes to LA. And I was like, I think you're in LA next week. Can you come in? And she's like, no, I'm not in LA. I'm gonna be in Canada. But you know, I was like, oh, you can Skype in. She's like, oh, I didn't know that. So we could have had Naomi on like a year ago. But you know, timing is everything. So thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate it. Let's get into all the business. So you took a little bit of a break. You let us know your hair was on point, but you let us know you were going through some stuff in 2019. So kind of what information can you give us? Like, you know, what were the struggles and things that was happening at that time?
Yeah, 2019 kicked my ass pretty much. Like, just I lost my cousin who was like a sister cousin, same age. She passed tragically, giving birth. So that was, I had never experienced, I had to deal with anything like that. And there was just no way I could focus at work, going through that. So I took time off for that. Also, before that happened, I was just extremely exhausted, extremely tired, maybe for like the past year. And, just, we all work so hard, and we never want to say like, I need time off or I need a break. Only time in the 10 years I've ever taken time off legitimately was due to injuries. And even that isn't time off because you're so stressed out about missing out, your spot being taken, and trying to rehab. Like, that is probably one of the most stressful things. So, I finally just had to get myself together mentally, emotionally, physically. I was just breaking down. So when I asked for that time off to bury my cousin and to go back home and be there with my family and her kids that are left here, I ended up going to the doctor just to see what was wrong with me because it was very hard for me to get through matches. I was extremely fatigued all the time. I was literally like chugging energy drinks just to get through the days of travel and matches. Like, I didn't know what was wrong. I found out I was severely anemic. I never knew that. So bad to the point where the doctors told me had I came in later, whatever count was at a 9.4, if it would have got under a 9, then I would have probably been threatening a blood transfusion, which that just blew my mind. Because I always thought like I'm fine, I'm healthy, I'm working out every day, I'm eating good, you know, but it was that. I found out I had a stomach ulcer. I was completely vitamin D deficient. So I was just like, I don't even know how I was going through everything in life and my schedule that way. And then, so finding that out really woke me up and helped me to realize that I really need to take better care of myself instead of being so focused on everyone and everything else. Mm-hmm. And just taking that mental break. That's what it was more than anything. And I didn't expect to be off that long, but that's just how it ended up happening and how storylines went. And I needed it, you know. And that was a hard time and scary time because obviously I miss work. And you never want to take off for those kind of things. And but I was really able to reconnect with my family, my loved ones, my friends who I haven't seen like in years, just because I've been on the road and I've been traveling and so focused on work, and the schedules never work. Like when we come home and our days off, those are days in the middle of the week. You know, everyone who works has a normal schedule or a 9 to 5, their days off are on the weekend. So it's hard to catch up and spend time with people. So yeah, it was a lot going on, but I got through it. I feel like it's made me better. It's made me stronger, and just put everything back into focus for me. And all those things that I had been overlooking because of my schedule, I was able to sort out and work through.
So
that was
we are. No, you good. They want to hear from you, and not us that much. So we are so happy for you to be back. Now there was a point where there was an announcement of you possibly doing Puerto Rico. I think that was back in November. Kind of take us to the point of, you know, you were ready to come back, and WWE actually making the call, because you saw, you know, the Usos come back before you, and everybody's like, well, the Usos are back, like where's Naomi at? So kind of when you were ready to come back, how did that process take place working with WWE?
I was actually ready to, I thought we would either come back together or I would come back before them. So I hadn't really heard anything. And then when they came back and I did come back, I was like, oh shoot, like, I don't know what's going to happen now. Like, do they still want me? Like, do I still have a job? I'm not even going to lie. I was a little shook because honestly, nothing creatively, nothing had been discussed with me. I didn't know what was going to happen, how I was going to come back. I knew how I wanted to come back, but yeah, you just never know. Like, honestly, like I find out more from the internet than I probably do through work
right.
sometimes.
Yeah,
so like, it was a surprise to me too. And when I did finally get the call, like, okay, you coming back here, I was like, ooh, all right, it's glow time. Let's go. Let's get it.
That's amazing. I mean, everyone has been just so excited the last few months with seeing you at the Royal Rumble and having you come out. Everyone was just so thrilled. How was that experience for you?
Oh man, it was such a relief because I am my own worst critic and I get in my head a lot. Because I am so passionate. This is my art, my craft, and I'm sensitive about my shit. So, so yeah, like I was scared. Like the worst thing is being gone that long and coming back to no one caring or to no reaction, or you know, I just didn't know what to expect. And the Rumble was awesome. Like it was such a good pay-per-view. So by the time I did come out, I was just like, man, I just hope they with me, and I hope I deliver and I perform and like everything just goes well. So just the pressure from all of that had me really worked up, but it was like a good worked up. I had so much adrenaline. I was so excited, and then just to be back out there and hear the audience, like you don't get that feeling anywhere else. Like there's nothing else. Any other job, anywhere else, I think that would feel that feeling and void that we get when we go out there and perform live. And like, you know, the fans are feeling, you know, the fans miss you. Like that's what we do it for. So it was a relief to know that everyone was supportive and happy to have me back.
Yeah, let's talk about that mostly part. So here's the thing. There's the hair.
All right, TK's gonna.
There's a hair thing that's going on. Like if you don't know, Black women, they just like we could have a different hairstyle every day of the year for the next 10 years. You essentially broke the internet with, you know, a fro. And like, I loved it. There's some folks who, you know, those folks, the negative people, they didn't appreciate it. But kind of take us through that creative process, because sometimes as a Black woman, you know, debuting with the fro, even with television, you know, there's people's like, well, I don't think that's a good idea. Or, you know, it's like, this is me. Yeah. So kind of take us through that process and how you made that decision.
Well, it was very calculated, and I definitely, when I came back, being where I am now at this age in my career and in my life, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. I want to be who I am, and you can either take it or leave it. And when I first started, I had natural hair. I was told, hey, we want you to look like this. And I was shown a picture of Naomi Campbell, a supermodel, who I looked nothing alike, but had contacts in and long hair, 30-inch hair, you know what I mean? And so at the time, I was so hungry and eager to not give anyone any reason not to book me, for me not to be on TV. So I feel like I had to conform. And I did for many years. And also at the time that I came in was the diva era. And what we looked like was so much of our job at the time. That was focused on more than our actual talent at times. So it's when I came back, I just told myself that, hey, I knew it was going to be shocking to people. But I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of the way I look. I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud to be Black. And that's just something I'm not going to be apologetic about anymore. And if you don't like it, you got a problem with it, or it offends you, or it look crazy to you, I don't know what to tell you. But I knew it would be shocking. I knew it would be talked about. And that's exactly what I wanted. And I also feel like it's important for women, especially my fans, who are a lot of young Black girls, to see like the beauty in themselves, because it's still a problem now, even in the workforce, you know, people or women not like literally it's still laws having to be passed saying like you can't discriminate on the way people wear their hair to work, you know. So I just wanted to do that to express myself and to show what I represent and what I stand for. And yeah, like there's nothing wrong with it. Y'all leave me alone.
Yeah. Wear the crown. So speaking of that, just being Black in wrestling, you know, there have been many discussions. You know, you talk about, you know, Kofi and his run. We have, shout out to Evan T. Mack. He's on the bump right now with WWE. He had this thing called Black Man's Purgatory, where, you know, Black folks, somehow they disappear and this is where they go. What is it like being Black and in the WWE? Have you experienced any type of racism? Not necessarily from the organization itself, but just, you know, fans or any, like, what has been your experience?
Absolutely, from the social media. Like, that's something on a regular, like, we deal with all the time, every day. Like, it's crazy the type of negativity I get. And one of the things that bother me is that people feel like they can say whatever they want, be as disrespectful as they want, and talent has no right or no room to respond back, or should just be quiet, or should take the higher road. Well, I feel like you can state your opinion and still take the higher road. You can check people without being disrespectful, or you can let people know, like, I handle my own social media. Most of us do. So you constantly see that stuff, like, all the day, all the time. Like, we're not fishing for it. And if some days I got time for it and some days I don't, but what I'm not going to do is sit back and be bullied. And if somebody says something crazy to me, like, it shouldn't be a shock if I respond back, if I don't like what you said. But I feel like that's something we really deal with a lot nowadays, because we didn't have Instagram 10 years ago when I came in, and Twitter wasn't as, you know, prominent as it is now. So that's crazy. As far as the WWE, I feel like I've been treated overall very, very well. Like, I can't complain. I feel like I've had an amazing career. However, I do know that there are just some struggles and things that I have had to experience and go through, because I am Black, and I was different the time I came in. At the time, the prototype in what was not me, was not anything like me. Like, the face was Kelly at the time. You know what I mean? Kelly is stunning, gorgeous, blonde hair, blue eyes, like, beautiful, stunning. But now we see, like, there's so much diversity, and I love that. But just the time I came in, there were struggles. There were talk to me being pulled to the side to talk about just my look and certain ways I was carrying myself. And I feel like that had everything to do with me being Black. But I've seen so many changes, and I've seen so much growth in the company. And a lot of those people that were, I felt like would say sideways things or things to me that I felt like wasn't right or inappropriate are no longer here. So,
period.
But yeah, I've definitely had some struggles, but I feel like it took going through that to find myself and to be comfortable in my glow and where I'm at now. I just felt like at the time I had to do what I had to do to stay around and to be featured, you know, and got me through to where I am now.
Yeah. Do you have advice for young girls who are dealing with bullying online, themselves and their body image? And what advice would you give girls that look up to you that are struggling with the same issues?
Just know yourself. Be confident. Like there's no other way that, like, you have to know who you are and what you are. And as long as you know that, they can't bring you down. And it's okay sometimes to speak up for yourself and give it back to them in the right way. Because you're not going to come on my page and bully me. You're just not.
So let's talk about women making strides in wrestling. The first ever women's event in Saudi Arabia is happening. What kind of happened when they told you this news? And it's going to be you and Carmella.
Well, actually, I don't know yet, because Carmella and I still have to face each other Friday.
Well, we know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen.
Don't jinx me.
In the universe.
TK has a projection.
So what you don't know is on this show, when we say certain things actually come
happen
to light. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. But
TK,
what
girl,
do you think of?
I'm coming for you if everything go down the drain.
She said it, not me.
I got you. Heavenly Father. So what do you think of women kind of making their strides in the Superstar Showdown?
I think it's an amazing opportunity, and knowing I talk to Natty a lot. Like, Natty's one of my best friends. I love Natty, and hearing her experience and what her thoughts on it of going over there and the empowerment and just everything really made me feel good about it and what's being done over there. So if I do get the opportunity, I think that'll be like groundbreaking for me. And never vision or thought I would ever go to Saudi Arabia or have an opportunity to do something like that. So I would be ecstatic if I do get to go. And I'll have some of my closest friends hopefully with me there. So who knows? But it could go either way. So we'll have to see. I just better show up and show out. Right? Otherwise,
I got you.
Home.
I got you. It's happening. It's happening. So the fans on the chat, they've been sending questions all day, and there's a lot of questions. So I already sorry in advance that we can't get to all the questions. However, do you want to take one of the questions, Emma?
Yeah. So many fans want to know if you and Sasha, there's going to be a bad reunion at any point.
Shoot, I don't know. I don't know. Sasha's a bad girl.
All right.
Sasha's a bad girl. I'm a good girl. I'm all about my glow right now. So.
Okay, you're all about your glow. All right, I could dig that.
And she's all about bossing it right now. So.
Yeah, she's bossing it. You're glowing it.
Glowing it and bossing it. Our paths are on. We're on two different paths right now.
All right. Is there a favorite match in your memory that stands out to you?
Me personally, or just a women's match?
You personally.
I would have to say my SummerSlam match with Natty. because it's always stress free and fun working with Natty, and also I was able to drop the title to her, which was special to me on that night. I didn't want to drop it, but I was happy to drop it to my sis. And I've had some pretty good matches with Paige. I love Paige, is one of my favorite people to wrestle. I miss working her. And I've also had some good ones on live events with Charlotte that the world has never got to see. So I got a couple.
Evangelina in the chat, she says, can you please ask if yourself and John will do a spin-off show? Like a spin-off reality show. I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
I think there are fans that would watch it.
I would have to think about that one, because we have two really big families on his side, the Samoan family, and my side, the Black family, and our families are like off the chain. They out of control. It would be so entertaining, but it would be wild. It would be crazy. It would be a lot. So I would really have to like really think and be. I don't know if that's possible.
That sounds like something I want to watch.
I know,
dude. It's crazy. Like it would. I don't even know if it would be like PG, because our family is so real. Like, our family is real, down to earth, and got real life problems going on. And it'd be raw and it'd be real. It ain't no editing. It ain't no filtering it. It ain't no you can't say this. Like, it's going down. So I think if it would help all of our families, absolutely. But to bring us closer and to, it'd have to be done right in the right way.
Yeah, so let's talk about like Total Divas. So you were in the last cycle of it. Mm-hmm. One, are you thinking about doing another cycle? And two, how has that experience been?
I love doing Total Divas. We never know if we're on the next season, so that can be a little stressful at times, because I feel like I really do give it my all. All of us do. But I love the show, and just being able to grow on the show. It's really cool to have your life documented, and like knowing that our kids will be able to watch the stuff back one day. I kind of like that, because it captured this special moment in small window in time of our life. That's really awesome. The good and the bad on there.
There is, but what I really love about the show, and in particular, you and John's relationship, is it is real, but it's honest, but it's a really great portrayal of, a work in progress, like love in progress. Like, there's ups, there's downs. Yeah. It's not the stereotypes that you see in, other shows. So I really love that, and that's why I'm definitely for somebody. Please offer them their own reality show, because I'm so for all of that.
Make it happen.
I know, make it happen. Any more questions?
Yeah. So, do you have any like non-wrestling related exciting things happening this year, like on your bucket list of things that you want to try or that you have down the line?
Music. I gotta get more music out there. I got stuff lined up. I honestly just haven't pulled the trigger on it. And definitely that, possibly some more acting opportunities, and just kind of taking on whatever comes my way. Definitely just looking at other options or things that I feel like I would be good at. Like, I would love to do Broadway one day. Still writing my music, still working on that stuff. I wouldn't mind doing some modeling. Like whatever's there.
Can we get that hairline company started too, please?
Oh, in the hairline.
Just putting it out there. Yes. Melissa on the chat, and I agree with you, Melissa, totally. Has there been any consideration on you joining the Bloodline? Now, I think there should be an expansion. I've been talking about this for months. A Samoan dynasty, which you should be part of.
Dynasty built.
Yes, yeah. Tamina should be part of, and you guys just wreck shop on both sides of the locker room. Now, has there been any talks to that? And if not, can you put some talks in the zeitgeist?
If there has, I haven't heard about it, but I can definitely see Tamina in there. Me, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. And John gets on my nerves sometimes working with him.
Yeah, let's talk.
It's getting real right here.
Right? Let's talk about that. So you guys travel together, you work together.
That's
like,
a lot.
How
You're
did
together a lot.
Yeah, you're together a lot, and you've been together for a long time. Yeah. How do you manage to keep the love alive?
You kind of have to. We're together so much, like you can't be mad, because then that's a long day to be mad at each other. So we normally get over our issues and stuff quick, because we don't want our whole day to be ruined, us being stank and not talking to each other. Like, it is awful. So we tend to make up very fast.
Oh, that's
good. That's good.
That's like
communicating, you know.
Yeah, and get over with it.
Yeah, getting over with it.
Yeah, don't go to work and come back
all day. Like we work together, we travel together, we live together. Like, we have to communicate. Like,
yeah,
we're constantly, you know, we have to talk.
So some of the other fan questions coming out from everyone on the Twitterverse and Instagram, they're asking, so NXT, there's a lot of rising stars coming out of NXT. Is there someone? Yes. Yeah, is there someone you're watching in particular that you would want to be in a match with?
Man, I asked about a year ago to go down to NXT to work. I think NXT is awesome. I love NXT. And also at the time I wasn't really being used much on the main roster. So I was like, dang, like, can I go down there and just see what I can get into, what can happen? I love the talent down there is just so good. It's so good. And this was at the time where I love Bianca. Like,
yes,
B is the GOAT.
We do too.
Yes.
And her personality and her spirit is even more beautiful. So that was one idea I had. I would either wanted to go to work against her or to be with her or to do like this story with her, but it wasn't the right time. And then also B is a star all on her own, and I think they want her to be that and come into her own. But it's just a dream of mine, because we've never officially had two African American tag team champions. That's never happened. And I think it might have been me and Cameron were the first, like, legit two black tag team females. If I can, I don't know who else was teamed up together as an official team before us, but that was just, even with her, that was a dream of mine. But there was never any tag titles at the time, so it wasn't even like possible at the time. Yeah. So now we have all this diversity, all these sisters here who are just killing it, and I'm so proud of that, because I remember for a long time before I came, it was just Foxy, and Foxy held it down for years, and then it was just me, and then it was just us two, and then now we got all these talented women. And I would just like to see that happen, because I think it'll be really cool, and it'll be another first, since we're all about first now. I would love to work with Ember, but me and Sis are never on the same brand, and we're never like, when I was out, she was here. When she was here, I was out. So, but yeah, man, I think Dakota, I love watching Dakota. I think she's awesome. There's just all the talent down there is good. I wouldn't mind working on the road and going to NXT to do something. I don't care what it is. Like, the crowd is always live, and like the energy there is crazy. Plus, all my family is there, so it would just be a win-win for me to get to work down there. And also because NXT is special for me, because I was one of the first women to be on the NXT brand before people actually cared about NXT, and before it became what it was. It was me, AJ, Oksana, Maxine, Jamie Keys on the very first NXT when we were out there green as I don't know what and scared and terrified. So to just had no idea what was going on and what we're doing. So to see just how much it's grown and where it is now, it's like it's amazing to me. So I would just love to get up in that any kind of way I can.
Maria Davis she actually posted this on Twitter. She wants to see the Usos and yourself against Bianca and Street Profits.
Oh my God.
Right?
That'd be amazing.
I don't even know why I didn't think of that.
I know,
that's amazing.
That's epic right there.
So here's my question.
So
I'm big on like if you married and you like each other and you spend enough time together, I think you should use it as part of a faction. You should use it as part of the storyline.
Like team up.
Team up.
Yeah.
I'm for it. But since you are wrestling and your husband is there, like, are you for those type of ideas? Because everybody I talk to, they're like, nah, it's not gonna work. Okay,
no.
see,
those are
works,
like
I guess.
the most fun. Those are the most fun. That's why I love Mixed Match Challenge, because you get to vibe, you get to come up with ideas, and you get to try all kind of stuff that you normally would never get to do in a normal storyline, but going against another couple, that's just special because you got that bond with your mate, and they got that bond, and you both like, we better than you, we gonna kick your butt. It'll be very competitive. The story's
already there,
but very entertaining.
You don't even have to write that much.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So you've had quite the career. You've been around for 10 plus years. Is there anything, if you could go back and change, or if you would have something you wish you would have known? What is that? What does that look like?
I honestly, I just wish I would have known more about. I wish I would have came in as a mark. I wish I would have knew more about wrestling. I came in knowing absolutely nothing. Zero about the lifestyle, zero about the indies. I didn't, like, when I tell you I didn't know anything, and like I was green. So that just made me very uncomfortable. It made me hold back a lot because I never felt like I knew what I was doing or which way to go. I just think it just took me a while to figure out how this machine works and how everything works, and understanding storylines and understanding, just how the game go and pitches and what it takes, and even with branding myself. And it's just so much, like, not about the wrestling that people you don't know coming in. And at the time, right. I think it's a lot easier now because of how NXT is structured, and you get all of those bases down before you even come up. But at the time that I came in through FCW, we was literally just thrown on the road and like, okay, go, so I learned a lot. Then I did like one of my first loops with Teddy Long, and it was incredible. Like, I didn't even know how to book my hotel. Like, I didn't know how to do anything, like going from the towns and all that stuff. And you got to think too, this is before iPhones, like smartphones came out. iPhones hadn't even came out yet. So I think we were still like at the time using MapQuest.
Oh, jeez.
Printing it out and just having it.
Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine. So we're what were you gonna say?
No, I was with an OG. So Teddy really like smarted me up and put me up on a lot of things, which I will always be grateful and thankful for that he did, because I had no clue. He showed me, how to get around and how to go, because I was on the road and John wasn't on the road. I did like the first year with the Funkadactyls and stuff and the NXT by myself. So it was a lot.
You're back. The hair is popping. The outfit's popping. Mm-hmm. What do you hope to see for your career from this point?
Just to continue to grow and improve, and just have one real good angle with someone before my career's done. I feel like I've never had that. I've been the champ, But my title reign, I didn't get to perform as much. I didn't get a solid angle with anyone. Um, and whether it's baby or heel, I don't know. I'm just exploring, and I want to continue to grow, and I want to continue to not limit myself, and just have a really good story. It's not even about, at this point for me, championships or accolades, because I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. And honestly, I've had an amazing career. I may not have had as many titles, but shoot, my WrestleMania moment, like, nobody can take that away from me. Winning my championship at WrestleMania, like, if nothing else comes of that, like, that is enough for me. But I just want to continue to perform and entertain. And it's not about wins and losses. I just really want to put on good entertainment and stay healthy and keep working, because I don't got that many years left. I do want to have kids, getting older. So I just really want to enjoy these years and put everything I have into it.
Funny you should say that. So the last time you were here,
oh no,
John said he wanted to have 5 kids, and so that was like
Girl,
2
John
years ago.
Is it up to 7 kids now?
I don't know. I'm just you know, I'm gently asking what, you know, is there what? Okay, all right,
Okay, that you got it in.
I mean,
There's no way. There's no way.
I mean, there's a way.
Not for me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
okay.
my goodness.
All right. I just, you know.
If I was,
You have to throw it in there.
Younger, if I would have retired like maybe 5 years ago, I think we could have went ahead. But no way. I know.
But do you need to retire now, though?
Hmm?
Do you need to retire now? Like there's, I feel like, you know, you are having female wrestlers who are having babies and coming back.
Yeah.
It seems like they're allowed, and it seems like you're established enough to, you know, you're established enough with WWE to do that. So is that still a thing?
I wouldn't want to, though. I think that's awesome that we can do that now, but I just know that I would be I'd be done. I would want to 100% be home raising my kids. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we're looking at like a solid 3.
I say that now, but who knows? But I think once I'm out, I think I will be out. I said I think now, so don't hold me on that.
All right.
Yeah, I know. It's never really true when most people say, especially when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah, everyone always comes back.
That's what they say.
So, if you can wave your magic wand, WrestleMania's coming up.
WrestleMania,
you had a big comeback with the Royal Rumble. What would you want your ideal? There have been kind of talks as far as storyline between you and Bayley. What would you want your storyline to be? If you could say, this is what I want, and this is what I hope to, you know, do.
I honestly can't say. Like I said, I've been gone for 6 months, so for me to be a part of anything, I'm happy and I'm grateful. We'll see. I don't know. We'll keep it open. We'll keep it open.
I mean, can I just say what I want to see? I want to see you have the belt, beat the brakes. And I like Bayley. She was on the show, so shout out to Bayley. But beat the brakes off of Bayley and get that belt.
I want to see you have another big WrestleMania moment. That's
I know.
I want to see it glowing.
And it's Florida.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Just saying, I want it to happen. I'm throwing it out there.
I'm just there you go. I just want to say first off to your fans, because you all populated the live chat. You guys blew up our social media.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I love my mom. I got the best name. Period. Don't get it twisted. They ride for me. I ride for them. That's just how it goes.
They're amazing.
Yeah,
They've
they
been
are.
asking, throwing questions at us all day.
I'm sorry we couldn't get to all y'all questions because it would have been another hour, and we both don't have that time to do all that. But first, shout out to your fans. But thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
I want to say Trinity, but I want to say Naomi. But thank you so much for coming on the show. My personal experience with you is what you see on the show. on Total Divas, on wrestling, is what you get on person, and that has truly warmed my heart. Like somebody who's just real and down to earth, and like I'm always rooting for you. So I really, really appreciate you for taking the time and coming on the show. And
you're amazing and such an inspiration. I've watched you since the beginning, so I was so happy to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
And then if
so
you guys
much.
don't know, I mean, you guys should be following Naomi on social media. I mean, I don't even know why we should.
I know, but
just in case, Naomi at Naomi WWE. Like, I mean,
I
should be
just
doing
want to
that.
thank you guys also for always welcoming me and giving me a platform as well to speak my mind. It's always a pleasure, and thank you very much. Coming back to you after the couple of years ago, I feel like this was a completely different conversation, so it was nice, and thank you guys for giving me that moment to speak. Because a lot of people didn't know why I was, gone and where I've been and what was happening, so you guys gave me a platform to talk about that, so thank you, and I am forever grateful. And whenever you need me on here, I am here for you, okay?
I love it. Thank you so much.
Yes,
We're going to chat offline about the hair stuff because, girl, this natural hair life is the business.
Oh, hurry up. I'm about to leave. Look.
Hey! I thought he wasn't allowed in the she shed.
What y'all doing?
What did I tell you earlier? I said he always find a way up in here. He know he ain't supposed to be in
he's
here.
just getting in your business.
I'm surprised it's on lock.
Yeah, I know.
We have to have a show with you guys on.
2 locks on me.
We'll have our own spin-off show.
I know, right? The spin-off show is coming soon.
You want me to deal with this 24/7? No.
Yes, kind of. I do. Just for my personal pleasure. My personal entertainment. I think it would be amazing.
That's why we click. See, we cool. That's why we be clicking. You know what I'm saying? See, that's why we be clicking.
Bye. This is my interview, not yours. Get out of here.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. Make sure that you follow us on everything at WPW Weekly. Where can they follow you, Emily?
You can find me at Emily May Heller on all social media platforms.
And make sure that you click like and comment on this interview. This is a huge interview. This is a big get. I didn't know it was so easy to get. I should have said Naomi come on the show a year ago. But I was just trying to work it through. But really, really appreciate it. Like, comment, all of that stuff on iTunes, 5 stars or better. Follow us on everything at WPW Weekly. We really appreciate the support, and some more big interviews are coming your way. Till next time, guys. Ciao.
Ciao.
From executive producer Kevin Undergaro, producer TK Trinidad, and me, Maria Menounos, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Women's Wrestling Weekly. To help TK, the crew, and women's wrestling in general, we ask that you subscribe, rate, and comment on Women's Wrestling Weekly at Apple Podcasts, and subscribe to our AfterBuzz TV wrestling channel on YouTube for this and other outstanding wrestling content. Buzz you later.